I think in the last decade it's become a growing problem, both in terms of the numbers of problem gamblers, particularly those who might be now online rather than simply in the betting shops or the racing courses, and also those who are just stepping out of the darkness and telling their story. It's both a good thing in terms of we find who these people are, but we also need to identify that what are the numbers looking like. Recently it was identified in the UK that 1% of the whole population is in danger of problematic gambling, which is massive.
And what are some of the indicators, some of those markers that industry experts should be looking out for?
There are many indicators, and in fact the industry now has markers of harm, which is 8 particular criteria that look at spend versus play, or whether you're gambling at certain times of the day, whether you're chasing losses. So very identifiable, both in terms of land-based gaming as well as online gaming. And of course it's much more difficult for our online colleagues to identify somebody at the end of the internet playing problematically, as opposed to someone who's recognisably in distress. The industry is making massive steps in terms of what it's doing with its onboarding process, know your customer, and actually again it's not all about being at the end of some IT. The industry is great at interacting personally, and as someone who finds that recorded messages or a call centre at the other side of the world are often what I get with other industries, gambling's pretty good because you'll speak to a real person as well as have IT messages and responsible gambling tools on your screen. So there's real progress, but as ever, there's still a lot we can do.
I mean, it's all very well and good to identify people with problem gambling. What's the industry doing proactively in order to help them as well?
Oh, proactively, I think they're a lot more aware now of what to do in terms of signposting. And again, I've been training for the last 4 or 5 years with the industry, and now they're very aware of what that signposting is and actually what's at the end of it. Because, just to tell someone this is a telephone number or this is scam care is actually to kind of pass the problem on. But we now find there's a lot more empathy and understanding with customer service, operators in general, and those who work in the broader industry. So they actually know what sort of help is out there and when they should be signposting.